recording. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. Appreciate you guys for taking some time to, jump on tonight's talk. Like I said, tonight's going to be a little different. This isn't just about me talking to y'all. I want to have a conversation. So people will probably start to hop on as we get started, but tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about money, right? That's like, money is like so taboo. No one wants to really have real conversations about money. Think about it. Think about your entire childhood, right? Think about growing up. Did you ever have like a conversation about money with like your parents, except maybe when ain't enough money? Like, have you ever had that conversation where they really teaching you what to do? From we had the inception of money, all we thought about is we need to make a lot of it and what we gonna buy with it. Think about it. That's really the premise of what we know about money. We don't know about how it really works and how to make it work for us because no one ever taught us. So, tonight I just wanted to talk about money because so many different people from so many different backgrounds are usually on these, on these talks, and wanted to kind of find out, have a discussion because I feel like so many solutions can be solved, talking about it, right? In conversation. And, if you say, I'll just pick on you since you're the first one I'm looking at, right? What do you think would you say is like one of the hardest things to do, like for you with money? What's the hardest thing? Like for me, for a long time, it was saving anything. Like, what do you think is the hardest thing for you?
Oh, wow. Trying to stay afloat with the money, far as like managing it well, it's like, managing money. And that's something that, far as, from a younger, and now I'm 40 years old, it's like nobody taught me the meaning, like how to manage your money correctly and do it the right way. A lot of people say, hey, do you have a 401k? Like, no, I don't have any of that. It's not like I have money in my bed mattress saved up. Things like, I don't even have money in the bank in a savings account. I'm not afraid to say that, but hey, if someone had taught me at an early age, I think I wouldn't be in a position that I'm in right now trying to struggle.
For real. No, I appreciate your concerns. I appreciate you for sharing because that's the truth. Like, most of us, aren't in the situations we want to be in, not because we don't want to be in a better situation. It's because we just clearly didn't really have access to the information. Or if we had access to it, we weren't looking for that information. But it's basically lack of some type of knowledge that's really got us where we at. So I like to say, like, you gotta, that saying, what you don't know won't hurt you. That's the biggest lie because what you don't know hurts you the most, right? Think about it. If you driving down the street and you at a stop sign and you don't stop and the car's coming and you didn't know, that's gonna hurt you, So they get you thinking what you don't know won't hurt you, so people don't seek for what they don't know. Think about how much things, y'all. Think about how much.
True. Yo, Sophie.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, it's like the moment you say, like, to your parents, like, you say, yo, mom, I'm trying to get paid. Like, first thing she's gonna say is get a job. If you have a job, she'll say get another job. Like, the moment you say anything about business, it's like, what, boy? You know what I'm talking about? You gotta go to school. People always think that you need school to be knowledgeable. But like my boy, I've been studying. Philly Drake said, education and schooling, it's like two distant cousins. Like, you don't need.
Gone. I think we lost him.
It's like, yeah, you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I'm here. It's like you don't need school. It's like you don't need school to be educated. It's like people don't understand that. People think you gotta go to school to be educated. No, only thing you gotta do is, if you honestly want to master something, study it. Study your craft, and then put a profit on it.
Real talk.
Like, and that's where money comes in at. Like, it's like people don't understand. Like, like your post earlier, you need a bachelor's degree to make $12.50 an hour. Like, that makes no sense. Like, why do you need a paper to describe who you are? And like you said, with this economy, we are in the USA, the United States of advertisement. Like, it's money out here. You just gotta go after it.
Facts.
I mean, my bad.
No.
I mean, don't go after it, but like just attract it, because you are what you attract. And my thing is, I think people chasing the dollar. If you keep chasing the dollar, you will never catch it. But if you stop for a minute and let money come to you, it's gonna fall right in your hands.
Word. For sure. Thanks for sharing, Malik. Appreciate that. No, for real. That's what they always say, right? When you chase money, money will always elude you as long as you chase it. You know, you can't chase the dollar bill. We really don't want money. Like, wouldn't you say, we really don't want money because we just want a lot of that paper. We want what money can get, the result of money. Money can get you to travel. Money can give you new experiences, right? Money can give you time. That's what money does for you. So we got to chase those things, the intangible stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to be out here working hard and chasing, don't chase a check, chase that time freedom. Chase, being able to travel every month if you want to. That's what you're chasing. The money just going to pay for them things. And if you're chasing those things, the money has to be a byproduct of it. So that's a good thing, Malik.
I got a new saying that I'm trying to live by. It's like people are trading time for money. Like you get a job, you trade your time for money. But the thing is, if you stop trading your time for money, start trading your money for time, money is limited. Time is unlimited. If you start buying your time back, you will always be free.
Oh, for sure. That's the whole goal. That's either two type of equity, right? Time or money. And like you say, either you're going to trade your time to collect a check, or you're going to pay a check to learn how to get your time back. That's why you got to always remember, y'all, you are the greatest investment you could ever make is in yourself. Like, never be cheap with yourself. Don't be cheap with yourself. So you got to keep investing and learning, keep investing and becoming more, because in order for you to have more, you got to be more. You got to develop into a better person. Not saying that you're a bad one now, but next level requires next level, right? So they always say, for you to be able to become the person you want to become, you got to be willing to let go of the person you are right now. That was good. That's bars. That was a quotable. I hope I can remember that. You got to be willing. Oh, man.
Flamers. Bars.
Like, for real, like, in order to become the...
You speaking tonight, girl. You speaking. Yes.
For real, man. Because for real, you can't, like they always say, right, you can't write your new chapter if you're still writing the old one. So think about this whole process of personal development and this whole process of growth as just that, like it's your process. So know that you gotta go through your process, and certain things are gonna happen, right? You're gonna get uncomfortable, but always, every time you get uncomfortable, equate it with growth, and it'll help you to push through it. Because if you're uncomfortable and you don't know what the outcome is, you prefer to be comfortable. But if you could get uncomfortable and change your whole situation, are you willing to be uncomfortable? I hope so.
I was watching this video on YouTube. It's called Murphy's Committee. It shows you about the law of how you call it. I call it the law of result, but it's called Murphy's Committee. And what happened is, like, this guy, he won everything. And again, he also lost everything. The thing is, his body became so hard, it's like a rhino skin. Like, the further you go, like if you put your emotions aside and start thinking logical, like you will manifest. You'll become smarter. You'll become harder. You'll become like you said, greater. It's like you gotta understand, like, things are gonna happen that you can't control. But the thing is, how you react to it makes you better.
Word. And that's how you test your personal growth and self-development. The way you test it ain't reading the books, it ain't showing up to the conferences. The way you test it is when life tests you and you behave or act or react a certain way. That's when you know you grown. That's when you find out. That's the test. Y'all see, listen to me, y'all. Like someday, y'all already know. I put myself in a position of like leadership, right? Some days I have horrible days, but it's not. I can't, like, some days I have horrible days, and I'm like, whoo, all these things you preaching, girl, you better, whoo. That's the test, you know? That's the test, and sometimes you fail the test. Sometimes you get emotional. Y'all know the only thing that causes us to like make the same mistake twice, like go back and rewind history and repeat certain events in our life is our emotions. It's our emotions. If we could eliminate emotions, or not just put it to the side at the right times. You ever realize that? And not that, because for the last thing I want to be is a successful jerk, because I won't be, because, you know, when they say with success or with money, right, you just become more who you are. So if you was already a jerk broke, you're going to be a worse jerk rich, right? But if you were, you know, if you're a person who care for people and you get money, you're going to care for them even more, because now you have more to, you know, more ways to help. So, but do you realize that most people who are super successful, almost all of them, we always say they're like jerks. They kind of rude, right? They kind of like abrupt, not really much empathy. But you know why? It's because they've learned how to detach emotion from their business decisions, but now it starts to show in their every other part of their life as well. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
You know, so they already know how to detach. So that's why sometimes they may be so cold to their children, not because they don't love them, but they operate a certain way, you know? So it's a beautiful thing, but then if you lose control of it, it could be a curse too, right? So but you want to figure out how to detach or separate emotions from logical decisions. Because when you think about, like, we're talking about money a little bit, right? Let's think about spending. When you spend money, it's almost always impulsive and just off some type of feeling. Like, now if you go to the store and you write a list, you may go for those things. But the extra stuff that end up in your bag was off of emotion, because you felt like getting there when you walk past it, right? It's emotional. We go to the mall and we smell certain scents. Now we just want to go spend and buy because emotion, not logical, because we just ate 15 minutes ago. But boy, that pretzel smells so good, I gotta have it. It's emotion. So our emotions they're, if we have to figure out how to master your emotions. And that's what I want y'all to think about, like even in this tribe, right? Of this community that we're building here, is one of the things we're going to focus on a lot is mastering your emotion. Because if you can become a master of your emotions, you are a master of your whole aura. You're a master of your reality. If you can master self. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
You got to learn to master yourself. And that's what we're doing together, because it's a process, right? Every day you aim to be better than the person you were yesterday. You know why? Because you're mastering yourself. If you can do things a little bit better the next day, you've got better, you've grown, you know? So we have to learn how to master our emotions, because if we don't, you know what happens? Your emotions will master you. Think about how many people we know right now who are emotional wrecks. Like they are doing things they should not be doing, but they just stuck in a situation because of their emotion.
Like for example, off what you said, like one thing about it, like I understand, like we have emotions. And I understand one thing we all have in common is called survival. Survival. Like everybody thinks that, okay, I have to do that, I have to do that, I have to do that. That's not, we don't think, I mean, I compare us to animals. Animals, a lot of animals think logical. Like the nature of animals. Think logical. But we think like, no, like if we stop like for 1 second and just think logical about use our mind, like I think said, your mind don't expand to match your goals will strength to match your mind. And I live by that quote because it's like, honestly, when you think about certain things, you honestly don't need that. You honestly don't need them Jordans. You honestly you don't need that new shirt. You don't need these things. You just want them because you see them and everybody else has them. But you gotta think differently. And
Right.
when you think different, you attract different results. You attract different results. And you attract different money.
Nah,
Like,
sure.
and that's where I'm at with it.
Nah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, you will attract, different. So, who's that who joined? Oh, what's up, Mr. Ray? How are you? Welcome. Thanks for hopping on. We just having an open discussion about, money and, just kind of some of the things and some of the habits that we've created over time for ourselves to kind of put us in the position we're in. Now we're trying to reprogram bad programming, right? For sure. So okay, Tasha. So let's go back to you, right? If it was one thing, as you grew, right, and matured and went through adulthood, what's that one thing you wish someone had, to do with money? Someone had took the time and showed you. Like, if you could pick one thing.
I think probably more of saving for a rainy day when you have emergency. I think that would probably be the most important thing. According to my situation that I'm going through right now, it's just saving. If somebody say, hey, save 25 here, save 25 there, hey, that adds up really fast. I think about more like saving, to me.
Okay. Thanks so much for sharing. No, I agree. I agree so much, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I just started saving money recently, like a couple years back. I always, if you watch any of my videos on YouTube, I always say, I always knew how to make money. Like, from a kid, I've been making money. Like, I know, making money is a mentality, and that's something I had. I just didn't know how to keep money because I knew how to make money so well, it was almost a curse. Because I knew tomorrow I can make it again, I didn't save nothing today. And it's so funny because the more money you make, you find more things to spend the money on. So it's not like you're gonna make more money and start spending less. When you make more, you start spending more. So I agree. I wish, saving is so huge, guys, that you eventually, of course, we want to get to a place where, our money is working for us, right? And it's not just sitting in the bank, it's growing, but you got to get to a place where you can start, right? You got to start somewhere. And saving, I think, is that thing, because I felt like if it wasn't $50 or $100, it wasn't worth saving. I don't want to put $10 up. I don't want to put $15 up, $20, but it adds up fast. 5 20s is $100, right? You do that 10 times, you got yourself 1,000, right? And saving. So something I'm gonna do in this group too, I'll start we're gonna do some type of savings exercise, amongst as a group to hold each other accountable, but of course it's gonna be individual. But we're gonna have some type of group savings goal and come up with a plan and make that happen. So at the end of a certain amount of weeks, you can have something, a reward, a milestone. So we're gonna work on that. Okay, awesome. One thing I did when I started when I made a decision, I gotta start saving some money. I'm getting too grown for this, right? Is I just picked a number. I was reading, I think, Tony Robbins or someone, and said pick a number, a percent that you can commit to every single time you make it. Don't try to be a hero, right? Don't try to pick 50% because you can't get 50% of your checkup. You have to pay for life, right? You're trying to get yourself out of a situation. So pick a number, something, if it's 10%, 5%, whatever it is for you. But something that you can do every single time. You don't have to ever miss it. Right? Pick that number. So for me, my number was 10%. So I made a decision and a commitment. I was going to take every time I make money, 10% of it was go into this online account I had. I don't even have an ATM, so I can't access it. It takes me 3 days to get the money. So by the time I get it, I don't even need it no more, right? So I took 10% of everything I earned, and I started to just put it there like clockwork, and you start to see it add up for real. And as you see that number start to add up, you don't want it to go less, right? So but you got to start, because if you keep looking at a savings of 0, you ain't gonna be motivated. Get it to 10, get it to 50, get it to 100. And what we got to start to do is remember that you want to love yourself and celebrate yourself on the way to where you're going. So often we only celebrate when we've made the big goal. What about all of the process you went through to get there? So if you right now, you want your new 0 to be $1,000 in your savings account. Start, and when you get to 50 or when you get to your first 100, celebrate that. Don't feel like, oh, I ain't get the 1,000 yet, right? 120, 150, celebrate yourself on your journey, because if you don't, you'll discourage yourself and you'll probably stop. So you got to encourage yourself on the way to where you're going. So pick that number, Tasha, and, make a commitment that you can do it every single time, and just do it. Stop sabotaging yourself. The only person stopping you from doing it is you. Only you stopping you. So how long are you going to do that? Like that's when you get the aha moment, when you realize that the only person stopping you is you. That's what really did it for me. When I had to say, Sophie, the only reason you're not doing exactly what you want to do in your life right now is because you won't stop doing the stuff you're doing. Remember what we said a little while ago, right? You can't become the version of you that you want to become, remain in the version of you that you are. Something got to give. You got to change, So I hope that was valuable. Mr. Ray, how are you, sir? I'm making him find his unmute button now.
I'm good.
Awesome.
I see it. I always try to get, if I don't see you live, I always get your replay, and I put your stuff on all my stuff, right?
I appreciate that so much. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come, make sure I reciprocate that as well. But I appreciate you for hopping on. We're trying to do something different. This is also building content for my YouTube channel, right? But everything is content, and this is gonna be a key, because I know both of you guys we're all in business, right? Content is key. That's something I've realized, that with this internet, you've got to have so many pieces of content working for you 24/7. And like Mr. Ray, you're well on your way, because you got so many of the videos. You've got you've got so much content already. So keep doing what you're doing, because it's gonna be people are gonna be able to see you immediately as the authority. You ain't got to search far, because you're coming up. Ain't much people even putting out any content.
Yeah.
People are just posting statuses.
Well, now that we finally met, right? Because I've been telling Hazi to get. So the reason why I do this, because I lean on you guys. So now that we're here, I will be getting contact with you, so you can train me more. I'm one of them old head guys that know that y'all have the strategy for 2018. I have experience, but y'all have a strategy, and I want y'all to teach me the strategies and apply my wisdom with the strategies that y'all teach me. I'm good. I'm in heaven.
And if you could pass that experience on and teach us through that, then we good. So we all good.
Yeah, we all good.
Definitely. I appreciate you for hopping on, man. Definitely. Once we get off here, I'll shoot you my number and we can connect and start doing stuff. You already have a great platform. Now you just got to repurpose your stuff to make it work for you. Like one of my little, I like to use a little analogies, like just for myself to remember all this stuff that be going around in your head all day, right? And I like to think about videos, posts, but mostly videos, because that's what's getting the most shelf life. People are watching videos more than they're reading the post or even saving a picture, right? A video stands out and they'll share that sooner. So if you start thinking of every video, and Tasha, this is good for you so you can know why you need to start it, right? We're business owners. And think about yourself, this is how I look at it. I think of myself as the CEO of my business. And I look at each video or each piece of content I create as a new employee I just hired. And now those employees are going to be out there doing work that I don't have to do, right? Those videos are on YouTube. People are searching certain things on Facebook. But if those pieces of content aren't there, guess what? If I'm sleeping, my business is asleep too. So that's why I create so often, is because every time I do something, I put it online, and it's another thing for someone to watch and get familiar and start to trust me. Remember, people got to know you, like you, and trust you before they'll ever pay you, right? So you gotta build those three things, and that's by giving free value. So, Mr. Ray, man, you doing a great job. You on your way. So we're gonna just repurpose that stuff and get you not just on Facebook, but everywhere. Instagram stories, all that stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me the assistance.
No, for sure. You're gonna be blown away when you see how much stuff is out here. So I appreciate you. But Tasha, anything else before we get out of here? Because my clock, my timer is on.
No, I don't have anything, but I just really appreciate, just having that knowledge that you can pass on to other people. A lot of people don't know what everybody else goes through, as far as saving money, budgeting, as far as getting information to start your own business, outside of the business that you have now. I just really appreciate your knowledge that you've been giving me, that I've been trying to, instill, because I'm to the point now that I've been trying to get information for us, open up in a boutique or something, online boutique. And even, maybe one day doing a pop-up store somewhere, so just different things that you're giving me, that you're feeding me. I really appreciate it.
And that means everything. Thank you so much for that, Tasha.
You're welcome.
I'm humbled by that, because what I've realized in my whole journey is that in order to really start to put all the pieces to the puzzle together, you gotta be a student. You gotta really study. You gotta study life. That's what you're studying. You gotta study the pieces of the puzzle of life, to create your life that you want to create. And I realize that it's a lot of work. And I know that most people are lazy, right? So as much as I can learn and digest and try to regurgitate or put back out there, so someone else could get a little bit more condensed version, so at least they can hear the information, because what I've been through, they ain't gonna do. I gotta know that. So that's what I feel like I'm walking in my purpose, because I love learning, but I'm also now finding an outlet to be able to teach it to other people. So for a purpose, you know what I'm saying? So, because I believe that the information that sometimes I'm talking to my mom, and sometimes I feel like I'm preaching, because I'm serious. Sometimes I turn the camera on, I don't know what I'm about to talk about. And when I say, hey, what's up, y'all? It just comes out. And when I watch the replay, I was like, whoa, that was good. Where that came from? Right? So it's almost like when as I learn information, it hit me a certain way. That's exactly what I go and talk live about, and hopefully, it seems like it's adding value to some people's lives. So I appreciate that. And that means that, mission accomplished, job done.
Hey, just let me know, just to let you know, your words are not going unheard. You just like a business preacher. It's like a word coming down to you, and you just passing it off to us with all the knowledge. And I appreciate it. I learned a lot. Not just being on Nove, conference calls, and everything. It's just different things. When you have your one-on-one session, hey, Sophia went from this time, hey, sometimes some of the things that you've been through, I've been through, and I know that it's always going to be a way, and I hope that I can get through everything.
Well, man,
I appreciate it again. Great.
You well on your way, Tasha. Just because you always commit to being on all of these things, this is an investment of your time. Remember, we say you're either going to spend money or time, right? And it's an investment of your time, but by spending this time is gonna make you some money on the back end, right? So I appreciate you for hopping on, and Mr. Ray, man, I appreciate you for being on. You know, I'm gonna send you my information right now, and then we can connect. Let's maybe talk. I don't know how tomorrow or the next day looks for you. I could give you a call and we could chop it up.
Yep, we can chop it up, and just want to encourage you. I always put your stuff on a bunch of my groups, and I got the, and this is the one thing a lot of them say, I like her. So I'm just letting you know, it's people out there that you helping that you don't even know, but they know.
Thank you so much. That means that I'm walking in my purpose. So that makes me feel good. Thank you so much. But you guys have a great night. Y'all stay safe. Right. And I'll post a replay, and we'll catch up, Mr. Ray, tomorrow. And
we'll chop it up. As we say, we'll chop it up.
No problem. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.